Hey, all right, it's Mike. I'm here. I'm back. Gonna do some Hare Krishna stuff. A new time slot. Um, let's see what we got. We got Jeff. Hey, Jeff, how you doing? Good to see you here. And let's see, we got N. Good morning. It's morning for you, I guess, in North America part of the world. It's morning. Yeah, please like, share, and subscribe, man. Please. And fake human, justice for little girls. Yeah, hey, so thanks for tuning in with me in the new time slot, trying to figure this out here, and we're going to get right to the new opening, because I want to get right to this stuff. I'm going to get right to the new opening. Here we go.
Hello?
Hello.
All right, so that's me. I got to work on that ending. Hey, yeah, thanks. Hey, Trey Martin, great to see you here. And we got Howard Johnson. Yeah, nice intro. Oh, yeah, it's interesting seeing myself in the intro. And we got Jason after that. Kiwi, that's Robin George right there. And we got Jai Ganapati. Great to see you here. And so, man. So I heard about this this new documentary. It's not a documentary. Come on, let's not play around. It's not a documentary. It's propaganda. It's Krishna propaganda, and it's called Wolves in Saffron. And I had seen it, like I think it had popped up on my YouTube feed, but I thought it was. I think I thought it was something old, and I didn't pay attention to it because I thought it was old. And then someone posted it online in the Reddit, and I said, "Well, what is that?" And then I clicked on it, I looked at it, and I said, "Oh, these jokers, these guys have put out." So let's take a look at it. Let's get right to it and take a look at this.
Most people in this world, they have dreams and they get to live their dreams. And for some people, it is a nightmare that never ends. Even though the sun may shine, but the darkness of the traumas, it even darkens the brightness of the sun.
There is something particularly demoniac about the abuse of children in a spiritual community.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Not just because the action in and of itself is diabolical.
It was like the rape core from hell.
Because it has the potential to destroy, certainly, the life of the child. And this is that much more true when the leadership is involved.
Radhanath Swami's new book is called The Journey Home.
Radhanath Swami is one of the most prominent and successful gurus in ISKCON.
I'm so honored, so grateful to be here.
Radhanath has defended more child abusers than any other ISKCON guru that I'm aware of.
Well, now I want to talk about sexual abuse.
I don't remember it.
Well, we were getting reports from everywhere, all over North America, New Zealand, Australia, different parts of India, Europe.
Having a consensual relation with a minor is matched as evil.
The brutality that some of the students have gone through was something unimaginable.
The teacher is teaching you like no one else can.
Stop having sex with 4-year-old girls and 5-year-old boys.
It's multi-generational child abuse ring, brutal for decades.
He has lied. He has deceived.
I was subpoenaed to the grand jury, and everybody believed me.
Okay, so I agree. They are pieces of shit. They are wolves in saffron. There was abuse. I agree with all of this. I agree with all this. But I do have a few things to say about it. Absolutely. Let's go back and I'll comment on some of this stuff.
Most people in this world, they have dreams and they get to live their dreams. And for some people, it is a nightmare that never ends.
Yeah, so for some people, it is a nightmare that never ends because you fuckers take their fucking dreams and you stomp all over it. You take people, kids, young men and women, even younger than that, even young kids, because we see your videos where you're passing out your books and your bullshit to young kids in school, elementary kids. You got that little tiny girl on there preaching about this and that and doing all this. You know, you take these kids or whoever, Paz's brother, so many people, and you ruin their dreams. They have dreams of being a doctor, a lawyer, whatever, software engineer, in love with their spouse or their boyfriend, girlfriend. Maybe they want to get married, have kids. You guys come along and you just fuck that shit up. Fuck that shit up. And you don't care. You don't care. You don't care that somebody might want to go to the temple and their spouse doesn't want to go? And it's causing problems in the relationship? You don't give a fuck. Hey, I just got some. Hey, he paid big money to an attorney. Paid big money to an attorney. He won't be getting away. He won't be getting away next time. Keep. Hey, Eliana, one day home. Yeah, that's the one, man. That is the PTSD sound right there. Glad to see you're here, right? I'm glad to see you're here. So this cult takes people and their dreams and it destroys them and it turns it into a nightmare. And who would know better than that than you, because you grew up in this and you've been abused. So of course you know it, but what, you're still in it.
Even though the sun may shine, but the darkness of the traumas, it even darkens the brightness of the sun.
The darkness of the trauma. These kids, when we talk about traumatized and abuse, and we're not, like my daughter, like, you know, she wasn't traumatized and abused. I mean, she was, you know, she was inappropriately touched and fondled or whatever the guy did. And that's traumatic enough. That's enough. That's enough. As bad as that is, you know. She wasn't tortured like these kids in the Gurukula, tortured day and night, month after month, praying for their parents and that never came, praying for some relief that never came. While these monsters were abusing them. I don't even want to think about how badly they were abused. And this guy was one of them. He talks about it in this way.
Of the sun.
There is something particularly demoniac about the abuse of children in a spiritual community.
Fuck yeah, there is. And there's something demoniac about it when you guys defend it. You guys don't do anything about it. And when your pedophile guru leader is telling you Shoda Nandan, yes, you can beat this kid. And then they're talking about, well, where should we beat him? Should we beat him in front of all the other kids so we can traumatize all the other kids? That's exactly what they wanted to do. They wanted to beat this kid in front of all the other little kids to set an example. And that's just one example of the fucking disgusting mentality of these people. And that's how they thought about their own kids. This is a spiritual organization that's begging the leader that, can we beat this kid because we don't know how to control him? What the fuck? You're going to sit there and lecture somebody about something? That's who these people are.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Not just because the action in and of itself is...
These little kids were abused, but these are the kids that ended up suing this friggin' ISKCON. These little kids. I believe that's Dallas. These are the little kids that were abused.
Hare Krishna.
Not just because the action in and of itself is diabolical.
It was like the rape court.
Yeah, it's diabolical. It's diabolical and it's sinister. It's sinister to think that you have those little kids worshiping these fucks. It's downright disgusting. It disgusts me. And it disgusts me that you people are still in it. You aren't smart enough to see what the fuck is going on. That you can't open up a goddamn Prabhupada book and see the fucking disgusting shit that's in there and what leads to this. You guys can't see it. And you want to make a documentary about it, and you don't even know what the fuck is going on? You guys should be ashamed of yourselves. Put in your documentary Prabhupada talking about marrying his 12-year-old kids off to 19-year-old boys. Where is that in your documentary? If you make a documentary and you don't have that in there, well, you've missed the whole point. You've missed the whole point where Prabhupada's talking about child marriage and all of this shit. And women have small brains, and women like to be raped. How do you make a documentary and miss the whole point? You just want to blame somebody for it. I understand the kids were abused. I understand you're upset. But you really don't give a fuck. You just want to find someone to blame. You don't... If it comes down... You could have fucking a video of Prabhupada saying, I'm responsible for all the bullshit in this thing, and people wouldn't care. They'd say, oh, well, Prabhupada didn't really mean it. Or, I hate women, and I hate black people. And you could have him on videotape saying all this stuff in one speech, put it all together in one friggin' I have a nightmare speech. And they would still say, no, Prabhupada, you don't understand. Because we have it all. It's just spread out over the database. It's just spread out over the database. There's over here he says this, and over there he says that, and I've put it all together. I mean, I don't know what else to fucking do. These guys can't do it. If I can do it, I'm just Sri Mukunda. What the fuck do I know? I ain't no fucking Harvard dumbass Goswami. But at least I can read and I can see what it says, and I can read about Prabhupada saying, oh, a 19-year-old boy and a 12-year-old girl is perfect. That's a very good combination. What the fuck? What does it take, a genius to see that, to read that, to understand that? But Prabhupada's talking about marrying these little girls off, and he's talking about women having small brains and liking to be raped. You can't see that. You can see all this abuse. You can see all this abuse.
From hell.
Because it has the potential to destroy, certainly, the life of the child. And this is that much more true when the leadership is involved.
And that's the thing, is that he knows how sinister and evil and horrible and disgusting all this shit is. So no way he wants to blame Prabhupada for that. Oh, fuck that. I ain't gonna blame Prabhupada for all this evil, sinister, diabolical. And that can't be Prabhupada's fault. Let's just blame it on Dickie Slavin and Lokanath and Bhavananda and Bhaktivedanta. And believe me, they deserve blame. Absolutely. But where do they learn it from? Where are they getting this shit from? And if they're to blame, then let's take all that other shit out of Prabhupada's books. Let's take the women like to be raped and have small brains and all this shit about Ramananda Roy and child marriage. Let's take all of that out of the books and out of the database. Let's do that. If it's Radhanath, if it's not, if it's Radhanath's fault, then let's take all that other shit out. No, you don't want to take that shit out. You don't want to take that shit out. Retards are us, mental incorrect. Exactly. They don't want to take that shit out. All those Saffron idiots are afraid of becoming ghosts. They're afraid of becoming ghosts, but they got the power of the holy name. Dickie Slavin's afraid of becoming a ghost when he's a pure devotee coming down from the spiritual world and all that bullshit. All that bullshit.
Radhanath Swami's new book is called The Journey Home.
Radhanath Swami is one of the most prominent and successful gurus in ISKCON.
I'm so honored, so grateful to be here.
Radhanath has defended more child abusers than any other ISKCON guru that I'm aware of.
Yeah, and this guy doesn't want to fucking he doesn't want to leave this. He doesn't want to leave. So they got gurus that are abusing children. They got gurus that are sticking up for them. You got all the followers of these gurus. You got all this abuse. You got all this stuff. And this guy, it's not enough to make him want to leave. I'm going to stay in it. I'm going to still be in it. I can't figure it out. I just can't put my finger on what the problem is. So I'm going to stay in it. I could leave. I could just divorce myself from this whole situation. I don't have to be in it. I don't have to be in it. But I'm going to stick around. Even though it's the most sinister, diabolical, evil, horrible thing possible. But, it's not that bad. I mean, come on, it ain't that bad. It's not like it's bad. I mean, it's bad, but it's not bad.
Well, now I want to talk about sexual abuse. I don't remember it.
Well, we were getting reports from everywhere, all over North America, New Zealand, Australia, different parts of India.
Gee, we were getting reports all over so much from everybody, gurus, temple presidents, children, schools, all around the world. Well, what could it be? What do you think? Maybe it's the teachings? Do you think maybe it's our philosophy? You think maybe it's our books? You think maybe it's our bullshit? You think maybe that's what it is? I don't know. Look, it's just, I don't know, man. We're getting reports from everywhere.
Relation with a minor is matched as evil.
Not as evil. We got gurus saying that having sex with minors is not that bad. I mean, come on, it's just a minor. I mean, this is a minor offense, right? It's just a minor offense. So, and I'm a guru. I should know what I'm talking about, right? I'm the guru. I know. It's insane. Am I the only one that can see it? Am I the only one that can see this?
Has the whole world gone crazy? Am I the only one around here who gives a shit about the rules?
Have I gone crazy? Am I the only one that gives a shit about the rules? Probable fraud is nothing more than a sick psychopath. Seriously, man, they couldn't leave. They couldn't leave due to the good rice. Yeah, they're getting some good rice. That's for sure. They're getting some good rice. And I just want to make a comment that I heard. I heard one of these lectures from one of these idiots was lecturing. Oh, it was in that video I did yesterday. So in the video from yesterday, the person is talking and they're saying that Lord Chaitanya banished this devotee for looking lustfully at a woman. Well, it wasn't because he was looking lustfully at a woman. It was because he begged some good rice from an elderly Vaishnavi. So it was nothing about lust. It had nothing to do with this guy being. That's what they want you to think, that Chota Haridas was being flirtatious or whatever with some young. No, he was begging good rice. He wasn't even begging the goddamn good rice. He was begging rice. And Madhavi Devi said, here's some good rice. And he was like, oh, okay. And he took it. He didn't do any fucking thing wrong. It was good friggin' rice. It was good rice. I love it. I love it, man. He wasn't even looking lustfully at a woman. He wasn't doing nothing sexual. He didn't have no sexual thought. He was like, he was getting all horny over some rice? I mean, come on, man. He was, no, fuck that. That's the last time anybody asked him to go get. Don't do no favors for Bhagavan Acharya. You do some favors for Bhagavan Acharya, you end up going to throw yourself in the Ganges. Over some goddamn good rice.
Has the whole world gone crazy? Am I the only one around here who gives a shit about the rules?
Am I the only one who gives a shit about the good rice? Swear to God. Okay. So, let me see. This friggin' wolves in. Okay, so what is it? It says something about the story here. Let's go. What it says about the story? The story. See, and it is. It's the. He's got it right here. Like I was saying the other day, it's like he heard me talking. You got to make the wall. Like the guy like the conspiracy guy with all the pictures and the string and the yarns showing all the connections between this guy and that guy and this abuse and that abuse. And you got Tirtha up here and Salochan and Kirtanananda and Radhanath and Lokanath and Bhavananda and who knows who that is and who knows who. Anyway. Fucking A, man. This fucking cult, man. This upcoming documentary exposes the systematic child abuse within the boarding schools of ISKCON, the International Society for Krishna Consciousness. Okay, so how was there systematic child abuse? How did that happen? What's the cause of that? It examines how institutional failures allow this abuse to continue for decades. Well, if you're not talking about how Prabhupada authorized Yashodanandan and these goons to beat these kids, then you're missing a major part of this situation. And the fact that Prabhupada didn't do anything when Prabhupada was told that these people were being abused, that these people were abusing these kids. Sanaka Reese guides viewers through his personal journey as a former Gurukula student, grappling with the contradiction between founder Srila Prabhupada's vision of loving educational environments and the harsh reality he experienced. His search for answers leads him to question whether spiritual leadership can coexist with the protection of abusers. No, his search needs to lead him to why there's abuse in this movement. Why are abusers covered up? Why? If he doesn't come to the conclusion that it's because of Prabhupada's teachings, that his Prabhupada's teachings is what is causing this, then he's not answering anything. He's not figuring anything out. And when you realize that that's why, that Prabhupada's teachings and Prabhupada's books and all of that is the reason why it continues, and it's systemic, and it's contradiction with Prabhupada's, all of it all makes sense. That's why. Because you're in a friggin' cult. You won't blame Prabhupada on anything. And Prabhupada is the reason, and because you refuse to accept that it's Prabhupada and his teachings that's causing all of this nonsense, you're never going to figure it out. You can make 1 million of these goddamn videos. You can do all the investigations you want. But if you can't figure out that it's Prabhupada, you're never going to solve the problem. You're just not. Vedeshwar, a survivor of sexual abuse by multiple perpetrators within the organization, shares his testimony and his decades-long fight for justice. Decades-long fight for justice. I mean, come on. Despite repeated failures to achieve institutional accountability, he has found a path forward rooted in forgiveness and a commitment to protecting current and future children. You're not protecting anyone. You're not protecting anyone because you haven't figured out the cause. If you don't know the cause, and all you want to do is forgive, then you're not protecting anyone. You're putting kids in danger, just like my daughter was put in danger by people just like this that wanted to move forward. They wanted to forgive these guys, and they thought they were protecting the children. And all they're doing is causing more children to be abused, like my daughter. My daughter didn't need to be abused. If they had kicked abusers out and put children, the protection of the children first, rather than protecting these gurus and protecting these abusers, my daughter wouldn't have been abused. It's as simple as that. And as long as you're protecting these guys and you're not getting to the root of the problem, which is Prabhupada and his teachings, you're putting children in danger. You're not protecting a goddamn thing. And this Dhira Govinda, former director of ISKCON's Child Protection Office, this guy's a joke too, provides an insider's perspective on the corruption he witnessed. And he's still in it. So there's abuse. He's witnessed the abuse. He knows what's going on. He witnessed the corruption. He's revealing how the organization has systematically failed victims while shielding perpetrators. He knows the goddamn truth of it all. You think he's gonna be like, fuck this, I'm out of here? No. Why not? Why not? If I worked at Jack in the Box and I found out that every single person in that Jack in the Box, from the top to the bottom, was molesting kids and doing shit, I'm not going to work tomorrow. I'll work somewhere else. I'm not working there. I'm not going to that temple. Why? 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 Because they're in a cult. They can't fucking get out of it. They can't open their mind. Like fucking Harvard dumbass Goswami. Dumbest fucker on the planet. You think they're protecting children while you're pulling this shit? You're putting, as long as you're in there and you know all this bullshit, you're part of it. You're part of it. If I knew that everybody at Jack in the Box was molesting kids and customers when they come in, and I know it, and I'm not doing it, and I'm not like, well, I'm just gonna, I like my job at Jack in the Box. I'm not gonna say anything. I don't want to get in trouble. I like my pay. Fuck. Yeah, well, you're not helping anybody. You're not helping a goddamn person. You're helping this organization get away with this shit. You're helping them get away with it. And you're speaking out and blaming Radhanath. You might be bringing attention to this, but you're not. You get misplaced focus. You're not focusing on the problem. You just made up a solution that has nothing to do with the problem, and then you're gonna say, well, it's this guy's fault. It's like fucking Chota Hari Das. Oh, he did it. He went and got the good ride. Well, me, you're all fucking guilty. Radhanath and you too. Dira Govinda and freaking, yeah, and you know, I'm not going to talk shit about Sanak Arish and the other guy because they're victims. They're abused. They grew up in it. They're abused. They're brainwashed. They got Stockholm syndrome, and they don't know which way is up. So I'm sorry for them, but they're not doing anybody any good. These documentaries aren't doing anybody any good either because it's misinformation. It's propaganda. I'd rather you didn't do any documentaries. Let me talk about it. You talking about it, you want to just make excuses and apologize and act like it's Radhanath's fault. I'd rather you don't make your documentaries. If you're not going to tell the truth and get to the problem, get to the heart of the problem, then give it up. Nobody needs your propaganda. Nobody needs your fucking propaganda. That's my opinion on the whole thing. I agree with you, Mike. It's plain and simple. If the founder of any religious spiritual organization encourages child marriages, abuse, murder, rape, and psychological manipulation, it's a dangerous cult. How can they not see it? You got to have some pretty heavy-duty blinders on. When you're the one that's been abused and you're the one that's investigating all the abuse, you're not a very good investigator if you can't figure out the cause of all this abuse. You need to find another job because your job as investigator sucks. You suck as an investigator. You got Prabhupada's database right there. You can't find all these quotes that I found. You can't find these conversations, these quotes, these purports, these translations, these stories. You can't find this shit. I found it. I must be smarter than dumbass Goswami. I figured it out. I'm smarter than Radhanath and Dira Govinda. I'm smarter than freaking Sanak Arish and freaking the ISKCON Scholars Board. Well, I can't be that goddamn smart. And they can't be that goddamn dumb. These so-called gurus are nothing special, yet in Vedic society or faux modern interpretation of Vedic society, gurus are worshipped like gods. These godmen are sick and demands worship. You know, yeah. It's the ISKCON interpretation of Vedic society. It's the ISKCON definition of gurus that are worshipped like this. My friend in India, in Vrindavan, he had a guru. He went up to the Himalayas somewhere, and he got his guru. He got initiated or something. He didn't do anything. He didn't change his name. He didn't take any vows of anything. He didn't do anything like that. He came back. Because he was telling me about it. He's like, I got a guru, and there's this and that. And he has a little tiny picture of his guru on his altar. He's got his altar. He's got Shiva, and he worships Lord Shiva. So he's got a Shiva picture, and he's got a little Radha Krishna, and he got a little picture of his guru. He met his guru that one time up in the Himalayas when he got initiated. He got his initiation, did whatever he did, and that was it. That was it. He never saw him again. He never talked to him again, never saw him again. And none of this guru worshiping crap. I mean, for him, none of this worshiping. And he's a Vrijabasi. He's a Vrijabasi born in Vrindavan. And none of this shit. And none of this shit with these crowd and all this. These are scammer gurus. These are these fake scammer gurus pretending to be holy men. Washing their feet. Acting like they're holy. Like, these guys are holy men. Like, Dickie Slavin has ever done a fucking thing. It's Brian Tibbetts and Dickie Slavin. That's who those two jokers are. Brian Tibbetts and Dickie Slavin. And they're just friggin' cosplaying con artists. Exactly. You got Murder Swami over here, and you got Little Girl Swami. That's who they are. 50-50 scammer gurus and 50-50 swamis. That's exactly these guys are the epitome of scammer guru. If these are the two foremost scammer gurus on the planet. This Guru Palooza ass right here, asswipe, who's got to go on Guru Palooza with all his little girls everywhere, and little Dickie Slavin on his journey home is friggin' fake ass. I'm a holy man. I'm a holy man from the south side of Chicago or wherever the fuck. This is such fucking bullshit. These guys are such bullshit. And it would be laughable. It would be laughable if they didn't cause so much harm, so much destruction, so many lives wasted, so many lives harmed, so many children molested and abused due to these two fucking freaks. Nobody would give a fuck. If they want to go cosplay as a holy man and sit by the side of a river under a tree and meditate and think that you're talking to God, go do it. But you don't want to do that. You want to scam people and make money. You don't want to go sit under a tree and chant Hare Krishna by yourself and see Krishna face to face and have him dance on your tongue and do your little puja to your thing like the guy in the cave. You don't want to live like that. You don't want to live like the guy that I met in the cave at Deo Prayag, who's just sitting there by himself. And he just sits there by himself and he chants his mantras and he reads his book and he has his lamp and he worships and he doesn't bother anybody. And nobody bothers him. And he's going to do that till he dies. And that's his thing. Go do that. No, you don't want to do that. You guys don't want to do that. You want to sit there and rake in the cash from all of these suckers who think that you're a holy man. Why you sit there and cosplay as a fucking holy man? You're a fucking piece of shit. I know you guys are pieces of shit. We all know you're pieces of shit. Monkey renunciated. And these guys aren't even renunciated. These guys ain't fucking renunciated anything. I know. Innocent individuals losing 10, 20, 30, 50 years of their lives following around scammer cosplay gurus and dying with nothing and ending up with nothing. With nothing. So these guys can live like friggin' Maharaj and Guru Dev. For what? It's just disgusting. That's what I'm saying. If they wanted to go, if they want to go live in a cave and chant Hare Krishna and think that Krishna's dancing on their tongue and whatever the fuck they're doing, fine, who cares? No, they don't want to do that. They don't want to go be a real monk. They don't want to be a real sannyasi. They don't want to go do the real work and be spiritual. They want to sit there and fake it and make a bunch of cash so they can give each other $300 sweaters and $400 wetsuits and go swim in the river and go to Rishikesh and have a vacation. While these guys, while their followers ain't going on no fucking vacation to Rishikesh. Or Juhu Beach, or wherever the fuck they go. Scammer Guru Dev Maharaj and 50-50 Swamis. I know. 50-50 Swami is a great one. Man, I'm telling you, 50-50. Scammer Gurus, I know. I am just like, so let's see. So we're at the Wolves in Saffron. So here we go. Vedashwar Das, child abuse survivor of child sexual abuse by multiple perpetrators within ISKCON. That's just horrible. I mean, that right there is enough. Vedashwar shares his testimony and decades-long fight for justice. He's a brave person, and I don't knock him for that. Definitely, he's a survivor of decades of abuse or whatever, multiple perpetrators. That's got to just be horrible. The guy had a horrible childhood. Despite repeated institutional failures, he has found a path forward rooted in forgiveness and protecting future children. The guy is just misled and confused and doesn't understand what's really going on. So this film's coming out. It's not out yet. I don't know where you're going to be able to watch it at. It doesn't give any more information. It doesn't say who made it, I would imagine these three people are the ones that made it. It doesn't say anything about who created it and where you can go watch it. I don't know if it's Netflix or Peacock or what. I have no idea. Peacock would be appropriate, wouldn't it? Okay, so now I'm going to show some videos of this friggin' pedophile cult. So this is oh my God. It's really crazy how people sink their whole life into this cult. Their whole life, it becomes their whole identity. Of course, it's their name. They have a new name. They have a new haircut. They have a new wardrobe, and it becomes their whole life for the rest of their lives. And I don't mean to scare you. I don't mean to scare you, but look, one thing you've seen, if you've been watching my shows, you've seen I've showed these videos, like the girl in New Zealand. She was all excited. She got into it. They burned her out. She left. The astrologer guy, he got burned out. He left. You know, all of us that were in it, we all left. So, you know, there's a good chance that he's gonna burn out and just gonna go. I mean, it's a pretty good chance that's gonna happen. Yeah, blind faith in anything is dangerous, especially when it comes to Eastern religions. I've seen women throwing away their jobs, money, homes just to stay in a dirty. It's amazing. This brainwashing is so. There's just something about it. Well, you know, all brainwashing. So it really doesn't matter if it's the Hare Krishnas or the Moonies or the Jonestown or the Mormons or you know, whatever it is. It doesn't matter because it's the brainwashing, and it's just you lose your identity, you submit to an authority figure, or the transcendentation and the sacred assumption and the isolation, the shunning, you know, all of these, you know, no questioning, you know, the self-regulation, all these things. Okay, so where is this guy? Let me see. Here we go. Here we go with this. Let's see.
Hare Krishna. So very soon we are going to start myth busting series, wherein we are going to remove the misconceptions and doubts in the people's mind.
Ah, now that's funny. Now that's funny. This this cult that is nothing but myth is going to start a myth busting series where they're going to myth bust. Isn't that something? Isn't that something?
Some people say that chanting Hare Krishna is a way to escape from the real life. Is it true? Some people think that Bhagavad Gita is only for religious people. Is it a fact? Some people think that book distribution is forcing belief. Is it true?
No, it's begging.
So
it's begging. It's begging with a book. That's what it is. It's begging. You're pushing your beliefs, sure, but who cares? You're begging. It's a humiliation ritual. Prabhupada says it creates character. No, it's a humiliation, identity, stripping you down to your. Did you see how that girl looked when she was busting? Yeah, how's that? Busting themselves. I know. What a load of crap. I know, like we're gonna bust. You know what? You should have me on there. We're gonna get to the bottom of all your myths. Oh, absolutely.
Upload the video every Friday at 7 p.m. Stay tuned for more information. Hare Krishna.
What a bunch of shit that is. Oh my goodness, that's funny. So yeah, you can see a bunch. You can see some of the most superstitious people in the world are going to myth bust. Okay, that makes sense. If that makes sense. Okay, so this is what when they're not myth busting, this is what they do. So that's that's these pedophiles out there, and that's what I call them. I call them pedophiles because they're in a pedophile cult. You have to you have to prove to me that you're not a pedophile because being in this cult, you follow the leader who was a pedophile. He was 22. He had an 11-year-old girl, And he has, in his books, he talks about pedophilia. He talks about Krishna and stealing the little girls' clothes, and Ramananda Roy rubbing his hands on the little girls. You've got gurus that have been caught and with little girls. You've got devotees arrested in Cambodia with little girls. You've got gurus with little boys. You've got, even in Prabhupada's time, even during that conversation when Prabhupada was there, the devotee said, "Hey, that guy over there asked me to have sex with him." So this shit was going on during Prabhupada's time. You know, all kinds of stuff going on in this cult. A fucking pedophile cult. Pedophile cult. And you want to be in it? You want to be in it? That's on you. You joined it. I didn't make you join it. You joined it. You joined this pedophile cult. You don't have to be in it. You don't want to be in it. You don't have to be in it. You don't have to be in a pedophile cult. You want to chant and worship Krishna? You can't. You don't have to be in this pedophile cult. You don't have to be in this whole thing about Prabhupada and you. If I'm not connected to Prabhupada and the Parampara and Scampered I can't be of Krishna and I can't love. Man, that's a bunch of bullshit. Who's telling you that? Well, like the guy. That's the oldest trick in the book. That's the oldest trick in the book. Come on, you gotta have more sense than that. Want to be godlike posturing and godlike action. You see this fucker? This fucker sitting there trying to act. This guy, I mean, it's so obvious. Trying to act like they're like he's a holy man. This is Radhanath Swami. He's purposely trying to act. He's always doing it. Act like he's a friggin' holy man. Rubbing snot all over his face. We're holy men. We're holy men. Yeah, friggin' humility on steroids. It's a waste of time, money, and resources to be in a pedophile cult. People should get out and move on with their lives. I know. Well, like I say about this, these guys are so old. They gotta stay in. But this young guy sitting there, he can get out. The young guy in the blue shirt, he can get out. And the other guy can get out. But Brian Tibbetts might as well just stay in. I mean, what's he gonna do? What is Brian Tibbetts gonna do? What's he gonna do? Seriously, what the fuck is this old pedophile gonna do? He might as well stay in. He's got no life. 75 years old, he never done anything except feel up a bunch of little girls. That's all he's been doing for the last 40 years. The fuck's he ever done? The fuck has he ever done? The fuck has Dickie Slavin ever done? That piece of shit? The fuck's he ever done? Somebody tell me one fucking thing Dickie Slavin has ever fucking done.
Has the whole world gone crazy? Am I the only one around here who gives a shit about the rules?
You get worshiping that guy like he's fucking God. Why? The fuck's he ever done? What else we got? So we did those freaks. We did those freaks. We did this freaks. Oh, let's see. Here's this fucker. Another one. And here's another pedophile. And I call him a pedophile. Because if you're going to stick up for pedophiles, then I'm going to call you a pedophile too. Sticking up for him. Pounding around with him.
Indian youth today are suffering so much, under so much pressure. So much uncertainty.
So here, yeah, another one. So Mr. Hugh Turvey, born in Manchester, England, or wherever he was born in England somewhere, he's going to talk about the Indian youth. Like he knows what it's like to be an Indian youth. Like he knows what it's like to grow up in India as a young man in India in the year 2025 or 2026. Dude, you're fucking 75 years old. You're born in England. You had everything handed to you fucking your whole life. You've been scamming as a guru, having everything handed to you as this fake guru piece of shit. And you're going to sit there and talk about like you know what it's like for anything about India's youth and their suffering? And you're going to tell them how they can fix it? The arrogance and the nerve of this guy. The arrogance and the nerve of this white English piece of shit gonna sit there and act like he's a Hindu monk guru and he's gonna explain to the Indian youth what they need to do. The fuck?
So much confusion. I don't need to go into detail. You all know very well about your struggles. I can simply suggest an easy technique.
Why don't you want to go into detail? Show us what you know about the suffering of the Indian youth. No, he doesn't want to do that because he doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. Nor does he care. He doesn't care about the Indian youth. He doesn't give a fuck about the Indians are suffering, whether they have jobs, inflation, the value of the rupee, the import policies of Modi and whatever, the conflicts between Pakistan and Bangladesh or whatever, and China and whatever, all these things that are going on that cause problems in society, in Indian society. He didn't know anything about all that shit. The fuck's he know about any of these things that are affecting the youth of India as far as the economy and jobs and security, whatever the issues are? The fuck's he know about any of that? He's a freaking white guru piece of shit. He didn't have to worry about nothing. He didn't even have to worry about washing his underwear or making fucking toast in the morning. He doesn't fucking give a fuck about nothing. And he protects these fucking pedophiles. This guy's the biggest piece of shit there is. He doesn't sit there and act like he knows anything about the Indian youth. It's fucking, not only is it laughable, it's insulting. It's insulting to me, and I don't even give a fuck. It's insulting to me, and it's insulting to any intelligent person. Like, who the fuck is this guy to sit there and lecture Indian youth about anything? Seriously.
Which will help you calm your mind and get your life on course. It's so simple, you may not believe it. What is it? Just chant the holy name.
And then you're gonna say that shit. Just chant the holy name like that. Like that's not insulting enough. Like that's not insulting. Like we're talking about the Indian youth suffering, not having jobs, not having an economy, having devalued money, having policies that are restrictive, or whatever is going on there. I don't even know what's going on there. But like in every society, they got their problems. They got their issues, elections and governments and all of these things that are affecting people all over the world. And so he's gonna say, well, yeah, the Indian youth are suffering and they have this, they have these problems. And you know what? You know what the solution is? I'm gonna tell you the solution. The solution is, just chant Hare Krishna. The fucking nerve of this guy, the arrogance of this guy, and I understand he's a preacher, and you're like, Mike, that's what religious people do. He ain't no religious person. He's a piece of shit pedophile protector, masquerading as a holy man. And this is what he's going to tell people to do? Look, oh, hey, I know I know I'm always telling you to chant Hare Krishna, but you know what? In these really special times when you're really suffering really extra, I'm going to give you some really extra advice. And it's going to be the same advice that I give you every other day, and that is just to chant Hare Krishna. What the fuck? You take your advice, shove it up your ass. I don't need your fucking fake ass, fake holy man, fake advice. Fucking nerve, the nerve. Swami zombie. I know. Zombie Swami. You zombie Swami. Youth need enough facial muscles exercise. He's got Bhakti Vikas is a shithead. He knows nothing and goes around pretending to know youth sufferings. He himself protects pedophiles. I know he's gonna talk about the youth. Like he cares about the youth. He doesn't give a fuck about anybody. He doesn't give a fuck about any kids. He doesn't care about anybody suffering. He doesn't give a shit about anyone but himself. I don't know, that fucking pisses me off about these people. It's bad enough they're scamming and all this other stuff. It's bad enough. It's bad enough he's scamming and taking people's money. It's bad enough that he's pretending to be a holy man. It's bad enough that he thinks he's so smart he can lecture and he can scam people like that. But he's also causing people's harm. He's disrupting people's lives. He's disrupting people's relationships. He's causing people anxiety, confusion, and depression, and all of these things. There's no happiness in Hare Krishna. There's no chant and be happy. We know that. There's no chanting and being happy. So all of this shit wrapped up is one big fucking piece of shit. Scamming, harming, he's hurting. Children are being abused. He's protecting pedophiles. He's pretending to be a holy man. He says, fuck these kids. I don't give a fuck about these kids. He wants to sit there and talk about the youth of India and how they're suffering and what he needs to do. Oh, just chant Hare Krishna. Just chant. Fuck you. These fucking pieces of shit, man. Just chant Hare Krishna. I know. It's so easy. It's such an easy thing. Shut the fuck up. And here's another one, man. I just, these pieces of shit. It's a pedophile cult. It's a pedophile cult. They marry little girls. They marry little girls, and they like it, and they're proud of it. And they go off to Cambodia, and they have underage girls in their hotel rooms getting massages. They go to jail. Their buddies come and break them out of jail. And then the guy goes over to friggin' Madhu Pandit's temple in Bangalore and sits there like he's friggin' His Grace Tattva Darshan. He's going to sit there and he's going to lecture people and talk about how great he is and how I did this and I did that and Krishna's mercy and all this. Fuck you.
That Krishna are dancing on our tongues. And along with that, we pray that Krishna will reveal by his great mercy our own form, our own service as a soul. Soul is not empty or void. The soul is...
There it is again with the mercy. We're going to ask Krishna's mercy to reveal himself. Krishna didn't give a fuck about those kids that were being abused. Krishna didn't show any mercy on Salochan in his van when the devotee went up and shot him in the head. Where was Krishna's mercy then? Where was Krishna's mercy then when these kids were being abused? When this Sanaka, whatever his name is, and Vedashwar, when they were being abused, where was Krishna's mercy then? Where was Krishna's mercy then?
What in God's holy name are you blathering about?
Yeah, what are you blathering about? You want me to believe Krishna has mercy, and when Krishna's mercy was needed the most by these kids that were being abused in the Gurukula, Krishna was nowhere to be found. Maybe he was too busy dancing on somebody's fucking tongue.
transcendental form, qualities, just like Krishna has. Satchidananda Vigraha, Krishna has a beautiful, blissful, eternal form. So it said, by the power of chanting the Mahamantra, gradually that will reveal itself. So the name of Krishna and himself are non-different. When we chant Krishna's names, we can do it one more time. Radha Krishna can dance here. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. When our heart is purified and we chant the pure name, Shuddhanam, then Radha Krishna directly dancing on our tongues. How sweet, because they're non-different from their names. When we chant Mahamantra,
Bullshit. Show me where he's dancing on your tongue. It's a fucking bullshit. It's just like King Ugrasena with his 4 billion servants. Ain't no fucking guy playing a guitar floating between planets. Ain't no fucking demon head eating the moon. No, Krishna ain't dancing on your tongue. I'm hoping Krishna's mercy will get an FBI task force assigned to this cult. I know, I think they're on their. The FBI has to know about this cult, but the freedom of religion allows them to do whatever they want within the law, and they got freedom of religion, so they can't really do anything. They can just get them when they break the law, and so that's why it's so sinister. That's why it's so evil. We're not talking about McDonald's. McDonald's isn't a religious organization. If some shit was going on at McDonald's, they could go in there and figure shit out. But this is a fucking church. This is a friggin' fake-ass church. Tax exempt, 501c, they get all these fucking protections. You can't protest them. You can't do this. It's a hate crime. It's this and it's that. And that's why I'm saying, no, it's a fucking pedophile cult. You read their books. Read their conversations. Read where Prabhupada's talking about marrying off a 12-year-old girl to a 19-year-old man. They tell me that ain't a fucking child marriage, ain't fucking pedophilia. It's friggin' insane. It's friggin' insane. You can't tell me like I'm smarter than the FBI? I'm fucking dumb as shit. I didn't go to no fucking Harvard. But I can read a fucking conversation. I can read Prabhupada's book. I can read when he says a 19-year-old boy and a 12-year-old girl. That's a good combination. I mean, that says it right there. And when he says, then the guy says, this man wants to marry his 12-year-old daughter off to this 26-year-old man. That sounds like human trafficking to me. That sounds like he's telling him, this guy, we have a guy over here, he's got a 12-year-old daughter, and he's going to marry the daughter off to this grown man. That doesn't sound like human trafficking to me.
What in God's holy name are you blathering about?
I'm blathering about this is fucking child marriage crap.
Is the whole world gone crazy? Am I the only one around here who gives a shit about the rules?
They want to sit there and talk about Krishna dancing on your fucking tongue when you've got kids being molested and abused and Rupa Manjaris and all this crap and all this shit in your books. And talking about women being abused and Rupa Manjaris and all this stuff. Look at this. I can't believe this. And I gotta thank Rafal for sending me all these videos. All these are all coming from Rafal. This is a couple years old, but this is insane. This is insanity. Look at this. Be a monk challenge for women.
Do you ever wish that sometimes when you wake up, you could just open your eyes and find yourself in a place that is so beautiful, surrounded by trees, flowers, nature, where you can forget about your problems, get away from the everyday worries and anxieties.
It's such bullshit. Like you're gonna go to a Hare Krishna temple and on like one of these Krishna things. It's it's you gotta get up from Mangalartik and you gotta do this. It's just as stressful as any other day. Oh, we got flowers. There's a garden, and you can wake up and everything. No, it's the same friggin' thing as if you weren't there. In fact, it's probably worse because now you got to like really be on your best behavior. Now you can't miss Mangalarti. You got to go to Mangalarti because you're on a retreat and all these people. Man, I've been to these Ritvik things where we had to go meet. We met in Sacramento, and it was like they wanted us all. We're sleeping on the floor and we're doing this. It was like, what the fuck? I don't want to live in. I'm not trying to be in no fucking ashram, in no fucking brahmachari ashram. I didn't sign up for that. That's not what I came here for. And everybody watching that. Same thing when I went to Houston to do the fucking video for Tamal Krishna. It was like, man, what is all this shit? You got me stressed. You got me stressed out.
How about just taking some time to focus on yourself and go within? So wake up, we're here at the Bhaktivedanta Manor, the home of the Hare Krishna movement in the UK, a spiritual school and a retreat centre.
They made sure that they had to smile for the camera because these people are not happy. They're not happy there. I've seen too many of these videos of these. I wake up at 3 a.m., 4 a.m. Mangalartik. Thank goodness I left that sleep deprivation lifestyle and can enjoy coffee with bacon and eggs. Yeah, and you can eat it with your left hand. The whole thing, man. I know. When I'm done with this stream, I'm gonna have me a nice cup of coffee. These women are not. Smile for the camera because we need some smiles because I know that if this camera was not on, they would not be smiling. It is not a happy look. He's not smiling. Oh, I'll smile for the camera though, and I'll pretend like I'm laughing. Oh yeah, it's such bullshit. They be going smile for the camera.
We all get lost sometimes in the demand.
You go to a Hare Krishna temple. You go to a Hare Krishna and you look at the ladies and they're not happy. Ain't no fucking happiness in this fucking cult. I know, man. The hot dogs, some coffee, and an egg. They're on candid camera. I know they are. There's no happiness. You look at that video of Rupa Manjari or that woman that was molested and married off, or the Javala Mukhi and her depressed looking face, or that Kamra Devi. There's no happiness in this friggin' cult, especially for a woman. Women are especially, they're abused. They're treated like shit. They're talked down to. And that's it. I'm telling you, I'm not. And I saw it right away, and I felt bad, and I tried never to treat any woman at the temple poorly. But everybody around me is. And just like Like, oh, that's just comments. That's why women are stupid, and that's why Prophet said this, and never trust a woman, and you can beat a woman, and oh, women are stupid, and they have a small brain, and that's why Prophet this, that's why Prophet that. I hated that. I hated that. I absolutely hated that, because I had a really good relationship with my mother. So whenever he probably would talk about women having small brains, liking to be raped, I would always think, like, I would just think about my mother and my daughter, and like, how can you? And I always thought, well, probably 1890. Probably went to college in 1905 or whatever. It was just, he just didn't know. No, he was a friggin' dick. There's one thing about being ignorant or being uneducated and then learning something and then catching up. It's another thing just to be uneducated, stupid, and then never learning. Thinking that women have a small brain, and then in 60 years you never learn, that intelligence is not bad, whatever, and you're thinking the same thing that you learn. That's just stupidity. That is just out. I mean, you're just like too stupid to open up a book and learn something. Why should Prabhupada learn something when he already knew everything, right? He's already a pure devotee. What does he have to learn?
And expectations of modern life, so much so that we can forget who we are. So why not try and find yourself? So we challenge you to park your worries and your anxieties, pull over and take a break from the rat race and
the sad thing is that these women know how women are treated. They know what it says in Prabhupada's books. They know what Prabhupada says in his books about women and how women are Maya and how women are harmful to men's spiritual life, and how the Maya Devi tricks men, and it's just all of these things, and how they're dumb and they're this and they're emotional and all this stuff. They know it. They know it. That's more this fucking propaganda. It's like trying to suck in other women into your goddamn cult, so you can ruin their lives too. Ruin everybody's life. While you sit there with a big smile on your face, you think it's friggin' funny. You think it's funny. You don't even know you're in a friggin' pedophile cult.
join us for the Be a Monk Challenge.
Be a Monk Challenge. This is fucking the stupidest fucking thing. Thinking that they're part of some monk. I'm a monk. What? Because you're following four regular, you're not eating meat, you're not even really following. Because I know better. You're doing something. You're doing something. You're either having sex or you're eating candy. You're doing something. Misery loves company. That is the hard. I know. Well, yeah, because everybody's miserable. They think everybody's miserable, so we're gonna, just everybody. Oh man, you're right though. It's okay. What's next? Let's get to the next one. I'm gonna skip this one. Okay, here we go. So pause. Take a look at this. Take a look at this. Okay.
This video is not meant to teach a standard, but simply to inspire you in your personal relationship with Krishna.
Okay, my dear Gurus, will you please come out of bed? My dear Lords, will you also please come out of bed? Can I take your beds away?
After getting ready, the first thing I do is wake up my deity. I put the
So this is this is mental illness. I mean, this is really mental illness. So this is like playing with dolls. It's like having Barbies. So she's got little deities there, and she puts them to sleep, and then in the morning she wakes them up like it's a like like it's a she's playing with dolls. And she's waking them up. Will you please? Are you ready to wake up? You want to get up? Can I get you out of bed? And then she's gonna, I don't know. She's gonna talk. She's gonna
Their beds away. Change them.
Gonna change their clothes.
My dear Lord Chaitanya, will you please come forward and I will change you.
Then I pray to them and have a little more of a casual chat with them also.
So, to be honest with you, I had deities like that. I never had a conversation with them. I never talked to them. I would change their clothes, and I would offer them water, and I would offer food to them. I didn't put them to bed. I didn't have a bed for them to sleep in. I didn't wake them up. I didn't put them to sleep. But I did offer them water, and I'd offer food, and I'll offer food and offer water, and I'd change their clothes. And let me tell you, I thought that was I thought it was strange. I thought it was strange, but I thought it was an ancient tradition, a spiritual path, something that was going on. It's a cultural, Vedic culture type thing. That's what I thought. So that's what I did it. Hey, what do we got? We got Monkey Boy. Imagine talking to your sock puppets and teddy bears like they're real living. Yeah, I know. It's like what I got like a little thing here. I got like it'd be like I got this other thing. It kind of looks like my dog that passed away. So I found this and I was like, oh, that looks like my little dog that passed away. But can you imagine like if I was feeding this dog food every day and, saying, oh, hey, come here, let's go for a walk. And then I'd take it for a walk. and then it would go, poo outside, and I'd get it, and I'd bring it back in the house and, put it up there and feed it some more. It's just, no. That's, I mean, I can see where people, some people talk to their pets, right? I mean, we talk to our pets. Who has a pet doesn't talk to their pet, right? Everybody talks to their pets, right? Wow. Wow, pause, yeah. Pause, like, wow, man, I didn't know that was going on. Monkey Boy. Good to see you, Monkey Boy. Great to see you here. I've done what she's done, thinking back. I too can't believe that I did that. And I was also laughing to myself secretly. Yeah, I mean, I did it too. I didn't have conversations with my deities, but I did dress them, and I offered them water, and I'd offer them food, and I'd say, and I'd bow down. I'd bow down, ring the bell, ding, 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 and I'd say the whole prasadam prayer. I did that. I mean, that's what being a Hare Krishna is. That's what being a Hare Krishna is. I mean, so that's what we were doing. I mean, that's what we were doing. What dolls for adults? Dolls for adults, yeah. Ancient tradition, spiritual path, mental illness. That's exactly what it is. Idolatry is delusional. I used to talk to a picture of Krishna. Yeah, I mean, that's what being a Hare Krishna is. That's what being if you're a Christian, you talk to Jesus. If you're, if whatever religion is, you talk to that God or whatever, right? That's what we did. That's what. Yeah, right, exactly. It's like agreeing collectively that we will develop some mental illness and call it spiritual. Yes, call it spiritual life. And because so many people do it, it's not weird anymore. Absolutely. It's a mass. Absolutely. You're absolutely right. And we don't think of it as weird because we see so many other people doing it. So we're like, well, he's doing it. She's doing it. Everybody's doing it. Everybody's worshiping this Govardhan Hill. So I might as well worship Govardhan Hill too. I was told to ask the gurus in prayer to do the deity worship for us only through the gurus, because it is only through them we can connect with Krishna. The scammer, chomo guru, women-hating gurus. I know, man. It's, you know, and then you're offering your food to Jai Pataka, and you're betting out, and you're, I mean, I wasn't. I offered my food to Prabhupada, which is the same thing. It's the same thing. But you're offering your food, I'm like, you know, getting down and praying, you know, to Prabhupada to eat this food. And that's mental illness. It's mental illness. Emperor's new clothes. Emperor's food plate. Emperor's TV tray. It's the Emperor's TV tray. Let's go back. Let's see some more. Let's see what else she's doing. We got a whole day ahead of her. Let's see. A whole day ahead of her.
Yesterday, we went to this program with Bhakti Margaswami. It was really sweet. He read his poems.
To my deities from my father as a surprise when I moved away from home. And I had been practicing worship through pictures for a few years before that time.
Okay, Krishna. Can I recite my daily prayers to you? By the grace of Srimati Radharani and my spiritual masters, if they are so willing. My dear Lord Krishna, I pray.
So this video is really just meant for inspiration, to inspire you maybe in your relationship with Krishna, or if you have deities, in your relationship with your deities. I'm not qualified to teach about standards of deity worship, but I do want to inspire having a personal relationship with Krishna, because it's been really beneficial in my spiritual life, and I'm sure it would be in anyone's. I like to chant at least some of my...
So, well, first let me get this. Bhakti Marg is another dangerous. Yeah, they're all. But yeah, he's another one. This young woman needs help, and she does not look happy at all. She doesn't look happy. That's not happiness. It's not. You're absolutely right. She's not happy. She's doing it because she thinks that this is what. She's doing it because she thinks this is what she needs to do to be on this path.
Because it's been really beneficial in my spiritual life.
It's been really beneficial in my spiritual life. I would say, what? What and how? What has it done? What has it done? What does it do? How? How has it been better? What is it doing to you? What is it doing for you? You explain it to me. Explain it to me like I'm 5. You don't even have to get deep. Explain it to me like I'm 5. Explain it to me like I'm the guy that wants to know if Krishna is dancing on your tongue. You can't. You can't. It's just because it's just a bunch of it's all in the mind. It's like I want it to be real, so I'm convinced myself it's real, so it's real to me. And that's basically what it is. It's real to me. Well, what does that mean? Real to you. You know, because this is real, and it's real to everybody. It's real to me, and if I hand it to you, it's real to you too. You can't have something that's real to you when it ain't real to me. There's no thing that's real to me, and when I hand it to you, it's no longer real. It doesn't work that way. Reality doesn't work that way. She needs help. I know. It's like, have you seen that all these positions and celebrity Hollywood are protecting the Clintons instead of supporting Epstein's victims? Yeah, you know, it's a mentality of who I want to protect and who I want to support, and not looking at the reality or the truth or the facts. It's like saying, well, Prabhupada he doesn't teach child marriage, you know, because Prabhupada was pure. And then you show them where Prabhupada is teaching child marriage, and they go, well, that was, and then they make excuses for it. They don't want to face the fact. It's easier for them to just change, no, I'm going to move. That's why I tell these people, when they say, well, prove it to me. Show me where it says that in Prabhupada's books. Show me where Prabhupada says women have small brains. Show me where Prabhupada says women like to be, whatever it is. And I'm like, I'm tired of showing you shit because you don't really care. You don't care. I'll show it to you, but then you're just going to be like, I don't care. So what difference does it make if I show it to you? Because you're not going to care. That's why with ISKCON, it goes back to these wolves in Saffron. But they want to expose these predators and they don't care. You expose them all day long. They're going to let them go. Lokanath Swami and all these other ones. And even if they're so bad that they kick them out, they let them back in anyway, and they end up at Juhu Beach or in Mayapur. So there is no. There is no resolution or any conclusion to any of this. It's just a bunch of bullshit. These child protection and child whatever, they're never going to solve any problems. She looks sad, lost, and confused. Yeah, because we know she is. She wants it. She's just like that other girl. She wants it to be real. She wants it to be real. There's nothing more in life than she wants it to be real. Talking to those deities and putting them to sleep and waking them up. You tell her that that's not real, and she's just that would destroy her life. It would destroy her life. You think she looks depressed now? You think she's depressed now?
I like to chant at least some of my japa.
You tell her that it's not real and this is all fake, and probably she couldn't handle that. They can't handle that. They'd rather go on in their delusion than face the facts like we have. That it's all bullshit and fake and phony, and I lost 20 years. I lost 20 years. I gotta, what can I do? I'm glad I ended it at 20. I could still be in it. I could still be in it and sitting there like this fucking idiot on there. I'd be sitting there like that. Thank God I'm not. She does. She looks sad. She looks lost. She looks confused. I feel so sorry for all the girls. Seeing this video reminds me of my friend that ended up in mental hospital after she was sexually abused by a bhakt in the temple, and they stood up for him. I can't believe that. It's just, I mean, I know that shit went on, and it's so sad to hear that. And when I hear people tell the stories, it just makes it so much more real, because it's an actual person telling the story about someone they know, and because when I sit here and I talk about like all the kids that have been abused and all this and that, it's almost like an abstract thing that happened. But when people come in and say, yeah, my friend was abused, or my brother was abused, or my brother joined, or my sister, whatever, it makes it so real. I mean, it's real for me because I lived it. But just knowing all that, there's so many people out there suffering. So many other people out there suffering. It's, and then hearing the individual stories about how the girl was raped and then married off, and how the other girl was, this happened, and then my father joined, and now he's a dick, and my friend ended up in a mental hospital because she was sexually abused and never got help. It's overwhelming sometimes. It really is. It really is. The amount of damage that is done. Sometimes it's overwhelming for me. When I got sick many times previously, the Mahajis told me off and said, it's your karmas catching up to you and your sins. I know, is like, Krishna is cleansing you and purifying you. Now chant the Mama. I know. Such delusion and manipulation, telling you that you're sick and it's your fault that you're sick, and it's your sinful activity that's causing you to be sick. You're sick because you're a sinful person. And if you read that guy, that Pod's page, he still acts like that, like getting sick, getting cancer, getting some illness, having a heart attack, whatever, is some evil thing that happens to evil people. Because if you have good karma, then you don't do that. You don't get sick. You don't, it's such a disgusting friggin' cult. Well, you can't even just be sick. I'm already sick, and now you're gonna like victim shame me just for being sick, that it's my karma, and it's because I did something in my past life and all this stuff. Like, give me a fucking break. Can I just live? I wanted to chant and be happy, and now I'm chanting and I'm miserable. How did that happen? How did that happen? Running for that kiwi, man. Running for that kiwi. I had a guy in the temple telling me I am insane just because I developed severe sickness and had mental problems. Interestingly, it went away after I left. Yeah, I bet there's a lot of people like that. And it's sad. That's another thing. You get into this, this cult is very demanding. Following 4 regular principles, chanting, all of the self-regulation, that's a lot to ask of a person. And like some of these people, like Hot Lips and Rupa Manjari, people are under that stress of trying to live that life, trying to cosplay and live that life. It causes problems in the mind. I mean, I've worked jobs. I've had an office job as a travel agent in a very stressful office with stressful clients, with stressful things going on, with complicated procedures and horrible results if you screw up, where it was like very stressful office environment, like in reservations and dealing with people's vacations and their hotels and their rental cars and things going wrong and flights being canceled. That is a stressful job. There would be times when I would go home and I would be stressed out, thinking about stuff that I did and that things for tomorrow. It was a stress. I didn't like that. And that's what Hare Krishna is. It's like anxiety and stress 24/7. I got rounds to chant. I got to finish my rounds. If I don't finish my rounds, I got to make them up tomorrow. Oh no, I got to finish my rounds. I got to read. I didn't read today. Oh, and it's late. It's getting late. I got to get up for Mangalartik. I have 4 o'clock. Comes early in the morning. When morning comes, it's cold. Oh, I got to go to Mangalartik. It's cold. Then this, and I got to go. Then I got to go to work. And when I get home, I gotta chant some more. And then I want to go on Harinam and Sankirtan and this. Ain't no happiness. Ain't no happiness. This is like the most happiness right here is when they're doing this. And that's nothing. It's just such bullshit. And when I think about Paz's brother, and Paz is going, what the fuck, man? The woman with her little dolls. Narayan Mahafrad would say that we have entered the school of crying by joining this cult. We needed all kinds of purification. We are dirty as hell, blah, blah. He was cruel. Like his guru. Yeah, yeah. Like you're purifying yourself. And all this stress is like, all of this stuff is good for you. Like the anxiety and all this stuff is karma. It's your karma. And it's all this stuff. And it's such manipulation. That, and if and that's why I say it's like a spiritual blackmail. Like an emotional, spiritual blackmail. Like I gotta do all this stuff just to love God, just to be on a spiritual path. It's like I wanted to be on a spiritual path and chant Hare Krishna because you told me it was easy. But now I'm following 4 regulative principles. I can't do anything I want to do. I can't even have a candy bar. I can't have a cup of coffee without feeling guilty. And there's no happiness. Yeah, they're from the same sackcloth. Prabhupada and Mahafrad is both the same. See, I got another video here. Let me see, what's this? Oh, what else is she doing in this thing? Let's see.
I usually keep my offerings simple, but if I have time, I'll cook something a little more special.
So now she's cooking. She's cooking for those same dolls. I think we've seen enough of her and her dolls. So this is let's check this. Let's check this out. Oh my God.
Hare Krishna. I'm Dinesh Hardas Goswami. The GBC are going to vote on the issue of the female Diksha Guru in the coming weeks, and many devotees are speaking about this now. So I wanted to make my contribution because, as far as I know, what I'll be saying here is different from anything else that I've heard. We're going to begin with a question. Why does everybody in ISKCON have to think and do the same thing? Why?
Because you're in a cult? I raised my hand. Why does everybody just gotta have to do? Did I raise my hand? Mike, can you answer the question? Everybody in ISKCON has to do the same thing because you're in a pedophile cult. Right. That's the correct answer. That's the correct answer. That's why everybody in ISKCON has to do the same thing.
Srila Prabhupada set up ISKCON as an informal institution where those who were interested in hearing about and discussing Krishna and his pastimes and worshiping the Lord could come together and enliven each other in their association. This gave all of the members freedom. So what happened?
Oh, what happened? I'm sorry.
Hare Krishna.
I wanted to say
what I'll be saying here.
I wanted to say that that's not what happened. Prabhupada set up the International Society of Krishna Consciousness, which is an organization of his disciples. It's not an organization where people can just, it's not like a library where people just can come and hang out. That's not what Prabhupada created. Prabhupada did not create some lounge where people can come and hang out and make friends, and it's like some social club. And Prabhupada said, this is not some social club. This is where Prabhupada's disciples come and hang out and make plans to sell books and distribute books. And everybody's on the same page. It's not like some hippie commune where everybody's doing their own thing.
It's different from anything else that I've heard. We're going to begin with a question. Why does everybody in ISKCON have to think and do the same thing? Why? Srila Prabhupada set up ISKCON as an informal institution where those who were interested in hearing about and discussing Krishna and his pastimes and worshiping the Lord could come together and enliven each other in their association. This gave all of the members freedom. So what happened?
No, it didn't. No, it didn't. You don't have freedom to go to the temple and think how you want. You can't go to the temple and go, you know what, I don't think Prabhupada was right when he said this, and I don't think Prabhupada was right when he said that. You know, you can't go there. You can't go to the temple and say, well, you know what, I don't think Chaitanya was an incarnation of Krishna. You can't do that. You can't go to the temple and start saying, well, you know, well, I don't believe that there's a demon. I don't believe there's a demon head eating the moon, and I don't believe that Lord Jagannath is really an incarnation of Krishna, and I don't. You can't. You don't have the freedom to think all those different things. What the fuck is this guy talking about? What the fuck is this guy talking about?
What happened was that the GBC, they decided to define ISKCON as a formal institution following a corporate model with top-down hierarchical control in which everybody is supposed to think and do the same thing.
That's exactly what it is, and that's exactly how Prabhupada wanted. If you read the conversations, Prabhupada's like, hey, if you don't want to believe what I'm saying, hey, there's the door. He told them, you know what? Better that you don't be Hare Krishna. It's better that you just go make money. Go do your business. Just go. What is this guy talking about? See, that's the thing, and that's why I'm glad I do these videos. Because there's nobody going to pull no shit over on my eyes. And the people in ISKCON ain't going to sit here and talk shit about it. Because they don't give a fuck. You don't have the freedom to think about what you want, and everybody, it was no informal place where people could just come together and just talk and hang. No, this was Prabhupada's International Society for Krishna Consciousness. And he was the founder Acharya. And you believed and thought and think and believed in everything he said, exactly the way he said it. There was no, we all get to think and do whatever we want. The fucking world is this guy talking about? He got out of his fucking mind. You just go into a temple with a book that's not translated by Prabhupada and start reading it and say, hey, I want to read from this book. They're going to go, what the hell book is that? Oh, this is the Shiva Purana. They're going to be like, well, who wrote that? Who translated that? Oh, I don't know. This is Swami Baba Babuba. Oh no, we don't read that here. We only read Prabhupada's books here. We don't read no Baba Booba Swami book. What the hell is that? I mean, am I wrong? I mean, I don't know. Have things changed in the last 14 years? He's lying to the skin of his teeth. I know, he's just more Swami bullshittery. I know. They didn't want to make it like this guy says. They just make it up. They make it up as they go along. They're just making shit up. They're just gonna make shit up.
In order to be a member of good standing. In other words, you can't think anything differently from the GBC. The fall of the Jiva is a good example of that. This restricts freedom.
Yeah, you can't believe anything. You can't believe anything other than what Prabhupada says, because then now you're arguing with Prabhupada. I'm going to go in there and I'm going to say, well, Prabhupada says in his book that we all fell from Vrindavan. That originally we were in with Krishna in Krishna Lila. That's why we're going back to Godhead. It probably doesn't say go to Godhead. He says go back to Godhead. Prabhupada makes it clear in his books that we're going back. We're going back to Godhead. We're not going to Godhead. We're going back to Godhead. So if you want to bring in the idea that we never were in Krishna Lila and we fell from the Brahma Jyoti, that's not in Prabhupada's book. That's not Prabhupada's teachings. So yes, you're absolutely right. You can't, if you want to be in Prabhupada's movement, you got to believe what Prabhupada says.
Right? Restriction, control. This is an anathema to spiritual life.
Well, yeah, that's why we're saying it's a cult. Are you waking up to the fact that you're in a cult? You didn't realize you were in a cult. Now you're realizing you're in a cult.
Spiritual life means freedom. We all must have the freedom to follow the dictates of our conscience.
Yes, we do. You're right. But when you're in a cult, you got to follow the dictates of the cult leader. And when the cult leader says it's my way or the highway, then it's his way. What, are you fucking stupid? I mean, I'm sorry, but the fucking guy seems
Hare
fucking
Krishna.
as dumb as.
I'm Dinesh Hardage Goswami.
Sometimes
an informal institution where
sometimes this computer
done as a formal institution following a corporate model with top-down hierarchy. This restricts freedom, right? Restriction, control. This is an anathema to spiritual life. Spiritual life means freedom. We all must have the freedom to follow the dictates of our conscience and adjust our understanding and our behavior as we continue to grow in spiritual life.
That's not what Prabhupada teaches. That's not what Prabhupada teaches. Prabhupada doesn't teach that our understanding grows and changes. Our understanding of Prabhupada and what Prabhupada says. This guy's full of shit. When do you have the freedom to think whatever you want in Prabhupada's movement? This guy is full of shit. I don't even, Dhaneshwar Das Goswami. This guy thinks he's a Goswami. Another white Goswami. The white Goswami. Yabba Dabba Do Goswami. Yeah, he's Yabba Dabba Do Goswami. Fred Flintstone Ananda is. Some think Chaitanya had a severe case of epilepsy with epileptic seizures. Those ecstatic prima spaz attacks were just that. I'm of that rare. I'm that rare person that I don't even believe that he was a real person. Hey, spirit entity, so glad to see you're here. You're a little late. You're a little late, but I'm glad you're here. I'm glad to see you. You're a little late because class is almost over. I mean, I don't even believe that Chaitanya was a real person, to tell you the truth. I find it hard to believe that Chaitanya was a real person. One, there's no samadhi, there's no grave, there's no body, there's no anything. And if he was really who he was, there would be a body. There'd be a body, there'd be a grave, there'd be a site, there'd be something. He didn't write anything down. All the stories about him, I don't know, you can't verify it. You can't verify it. You know, maybe there was a Chaitanya, maybe there was a Nimai Pandit who lived, someone with that name, who lived in that area. But as far as the whole Chaitanya thing, I don't know. I'm not convinced. It takes more to convince me that Chaitanya was real. I'm like, okay, maybe, but I'm not convinced that he was real. And I know it's a minority opinion. But that's my opinion. I'm not 100% convinced that Chaitanya was a real person. He's not buying it, man. Yeah, I'm not buying it. He's not. He was supposed to be golden complexion and like 8 feet tall. Yeah, yeah. They found bones under the floor of the Jagannath temple. They think the forensics match him. Okay, well, you know what? That would definitely sway my opinion. That might sway my opinion. Yeah, you know what? If they found some bones or something, I'd say, hey, maybe you got something there. Maybe you got something there.
How is everything, man? Buddy, I'm telling you, I need to come here every single week. It's very good, man. Everything is good. There was the drink, there was the dance, there was amazing food. Okay.
You want to come again and again?
Every single week. I'm coming.
Wow. So you also come. Let's join us at ISKCON Singapore.
Hey, hi buddy. Hi Ashwin.
What's your plan today, Sunday evening, man?
I'm going to go to Sentosa, look at the beautiful nature. I'm going to go to the pub, drink, dance, and then I'm going to go to a restaurant. Nice meal.
Hey, why you need to go all these places? All these are available in one place. Come, let's go, man.
So there you go. That's I think that's a Ritvik temple in the Hare Krishna movement. I think that's a Ritvik. I'm not sure. But that's what they're doing in Singapore. I want to get back to this. Wait a minute. This is interesting. Okay, several articles on these bones found under the floor of the Jagannath temple. He might have been murdered. Look up article. I'm gonna look it up. How would they forensically prove that those bones were his? And I mean, I'm not saying, I'm not trying to say, you're like, well, Mike, you said you didn't believe it. Now we're telling you that they're bones, and now you're saying, how could? I would like them to. If they said, yeah, these are Chaitanya's bones, I would be like, okay, great. How do you know that they're his bones? Because we have DNA. We have DNA from, I don't know. I don't know how you prove that those are his bones, but I'm sorry, that could be anybody, especially we can come up with anything to support our bias. Yeah, I mean, you know, I mean, it could be his bones because. So what if it's his bones? No one cares. Yeah, I mean, I don't think so. That's true. It's a big and humongous community. I think long arm. Okay, so he's like 8 feet tall. He has these really long arms. You know, it's interesting. It's interesting. So that would mean that he didn't go into the into the deity. He didn't merge into the deity then. So I mean, I don't know. I guess that story is kind of that. I remember Prabhupada never liked archaeology. Yeah, he was not into facts. Okay, Prabhupada did not like facts. He was not into facts. So we're gonna just ignore the facts. Ignore the facts.
Hare Krishna. My name is
Some more
Krishna
brainiacs here. Look at these brainiacs. They are.
and I am the convener for the ISKCON India Scholars Board, and I have with me here ISKCON India Scholars Board member and scholar and author, Sridhar Srinivas Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Thank you
Krishna.
for Krishna Kirti Prabhu welcoming me. I wrote 2 books. I really have a short of time, but still, this is the divine prophecy, and this one is female Diksha Guru. Very much we are going to discuss on the topic.
So they're still arguing. They're still arguing about female, if they can have female gurus. They're still arguing about female gurus. They don't want to have female gurus because then the women are going to go to the women are going to want a female guru, and then that's just going to cut in. That's just going to cut into the men's thing. I mean, some women are going to want a man guru, a male guru, but a lot of women are going to want a female guru. And they know that. They know that. So now I guess it's coming to a vote. I guess the men are going to vote. I guess the men are going to vote whether to let women be gurus. You can imagine that? The men are going to decide whether to let the women in on a piece of the pie. So now everybody's like, choosing sides, and everybody's doing their. I'm reading it. It's supposed to be conspiracy theory. Huh. I'm gonna have to check it out. I don't know. It's funny. LGBT Diksha gurus. Yeah, I think there should be gay gurus. I mean, there should be gurus for everybody. I mean, there should be every kind of guru. I feel you should have proper evidence having a stream on YouTube with having some spoons with what you want to work. What are you talking about, Bhakta Braj Mohan? Proper evidence for what? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Proper evidence for what the fuck are you talking about, Bhakta Braj Mohan? What do you feel I should have proper evidence of? What are you talking about? Well, you're going to come in. You're going to come into my stream, my YouTube channel, my live stream, and now you're going to criticize. You're going to start telling me what I need to do, what you feel I need to do. Really? You really feel that's appropriate? You really feel it's appropriate for you to come in onto my YouTube channel, onto my live stream, and then tell me about how you feel? Really? You're going to tell me how you feel? So what is it that I should have proper evidence of? What is it that you want evidence of? That this Krishna cult is a pedophile cult? What is it that you want? What the fuck you want? It says that depends on the article. The discovery was found during renovations. If they do dating on the bones, might prove the date of death. Yeah, they should. I think they should. They should do that. Are you in this cult? Yeah, he's in this cult. He's definitely in this cult. Bhakta Braj Mohan. No one invited you. No one invited you. I mean, you're welcome to stay and get deprogrammed, but I want to know what it is that you want evidence. What you want more evidence of? What is it you want evidence of? Excuse me. What is it that you want evidence of? I've got some proper evidence. I grew up in the movement, and I can say that Mike is spot on about this cult. Well, thank you, Spirit Entity. I appreciate that. That's very nice of you to say that. So, Bhakta Braj Mohan, what is it that you want? What is it that you want evidence of? I don't know. I don't know what. Just come. I don't know. See, and that's what these guys do. They come in here and they spout off, and they don't follow up because they don't know who I am. They don't know that it's Mike. This is Mike. This is Sri Mukunda. I'm not no Bhakta Braj Mohan. This is Sri Mukunda. This is Sri Mukunda Swami. Bhakti Venmo Sri Mukunda Swami. All right, I'm going to ask you again. What is it that you want evidence of? What is it that you're talking about? What are you talking about? Saying something on YouTube and leading to some people's perspectives won't work, man. Fuck you. What are you trying to say, man? What are you trying to say? What perspectives? What do you want? What the fuck do you want? Spit it out. Spit it the fuck out. That you're in a fucking pedophile cult? What do you want? You're in this pedophile cult? You're in this pedophile cult with these fucking pedophile gurus and Prabhupada and his 11-year-old wife? Huh? Prabhupada and his 11-year-old wife? You don't want to hear about that? You don't want to hear about Prabhupada and his 11-year-old wife? How he took her hand and he had sex with her when he was 22 years old? Please go report to your idiotic, brain-dead temple president who loves suing people in Singapore and internationally. Oh, scary. You're gonna fuck Braj Mohan, fuck your pedophile cult. Fuck all you pedophiles and your pedophile cult. I don't give a fuck about you and your pedophiles and your pedophile gurus and your fucking Prabhu fraud and his 11-year-old wife and all your fucking bullshit. You can take all your bullshit and you can shove it up your fucking ass. Why? Who's your guru? Who's your guru? You're gonna ask me if I'm initiated? Yeah, I was initiated by Prabhupada. Who's your guru? Who's your guru? You piece of shit. Yeah, he's asking if Mike is initiated. I know, this is funny. Nah, what do I know? I don't know anything. What do I know? I don't know anything about Krishna. I don't know anything about Prabhupada. I don't know about anything about Krishna. I don't know anything about Lord Chaitanya and the good rice. I don't know anything about Chota Haridas. I don't know anything about Krishna stealing the gopis' clothes. I don't know anything about Mahavishnu and Kasiradakshay Vishnu and Karanadakshay Vishnu or Garbhadakshay Vishnu. I don't know anything about that. I don't know anything about Rasa Leela or Bhava Leela or Rasika Bhava or Rupanuga or the six Goswamis or Advaita Acharya. I don't know anything about that. I don't know anything about Shakti Gopal, and I don't know anything about Shringadev. I don't know anything about the demon head eating the moon. I don't know anything about the churning of the ocean and the nectar, and I don't know anything about Mohini, and I don't know anything about Balaram pulling the Jamuna with his plow. I don't know anything about Krishna and Balaram killing the demons in the forest. I don't know anything about Krishna swallowing the forest fire. I don't know anything about Radharani and where she was born in Barsthana. I don't know anything about that. I don't know anything about that. Nothing. Nothing. I don't know it. I don't know anything about Lord Chaitanya and the Rathayatra cart. I don't know anything about Lord Chaitanya and the Kazi and converting the Buddhists and All of that. I don't know anything. I don't know anything about that. I don't know anything about Bival Mangala Thakur, and I don't know anything about. I don't know anything about anything. I don't know anything about Lord Rama. I don't know anything about Ram and Lakshman and Sita and Ravana. I don't know anything about any of that. I just don't. I don't know anything about the Pandavas. I don't know anything about King Yudhisthira. I don't know anything about King Kamsa. I don't know anything about Yashoda tying Krishna to the mortar. I don't know anything about Krishna stealing butter and giving it to the monkeys. I don't know anything about Krishna stealing the clothes of the gopis. I don't know anything about Krishna jumping onto the head of Kaliya and killing the snake. I don't know anything about him marrying all the Kaliya's wives, and I don't know anything about any of that. I don't know anything about Nidhivan. I don't know anything about Seva Kunj. I don't know anything about I don't know anything about anything. My personal my perspective is evidence-based and factual experience. So I hope that answers your question. Did that answer your question? Because I don't know any of that. I don't know any of that. I don't know anything about any of that. Maybe just leave, dude. No one wants you here. Or he can stay and learn. I know. He can stay and learn. You can stay if you want, but you might get deprogrammed. Yeah, he might get deprogrammed. You should stick around and listen. It's the best way to help you break free of this useless criminal cult. Yeah, Paz is right. Paz is right. You should stick around because I don't know anything about any of that stuff. I don't know anything. I don't know anything about that. All that stuff, I don't know anything about it. Also an option without weird comments. Yeah, without the weird comments. Otherwise, I get pissed off. Weird Planet, you don't have to have been initiated to have had experience of ISKCON. No, you don't. You definitely, you don't. No, you don't. How do I respond to the particular people in chat? I'm so new to this. I'm not sure either. I guess you put their name. Just copy in the name and insert it. Being initiated, you must have some basic manners to speak. Don't spit out some abusive. Fuck you. Don't tell me what to do. Don't tell me how to talk. Don't tell me anything. I don't listen to you. Who the fuck are you? Fuck you and your basic human psychology. I don't need to be respectful to you and your pedophile cult. So you get out of your fucking pedophile cult and you can fucking suck my dick. Tell me what to fucking do. Rocket science gone wrong. No one asked you to come in here, so you can get the fuck out if you don't like it. If you don't like what I have to say, you get the fuck out. I don't care about your fucking pedophiles and your pedophile cult and all your pedophile protecting gurus and your child molesting gurus. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. These guys think they're going to come in here and they're going to tell me and they're going to talk to me and tell me I'll straighten him out. I'll tell him a thing or two. The fuck? You're in a fucking cult. I don't give a fuck about you and your goddamn cult. You get the fuck out of your cult. You're in a fucking pedophile cult with pedophile gurus. You think I give a fuck what you think, what you care, what you say, what you do? Give me a fucking break, man. Are you brain dead? Who gives a fuck about your pedophiles and your pedophile cult? You're a Krishna cult. Fuck. Are you that fucking brain dead? Houston, we have an ignition problem. Yeah, it is. Fuck. And blowing his mind because I do know what I'm talking about. He can't handle it. He can't handle it. Oh, people like that don't talk. People like this, people know. People know you're fucking bullshit and they don't like to act like you fucking idiots. You ain't got a fucking monopoly on fucking Krishna. You ain't the Ayatollah. You don't tell people what to do. Be respectful of these fucking child molesting pieces of shit. I'm gonna fucking respect these cosplaying fucking child molesting gurus. Fuck you, man. I'm not talking to you, Weird Planet. I mean, I'm saying, you know, being respectful is the least of your worries when you've had people cosplaying. Fuck it, he's gonna tell me when my daughter was molested by this fucking cult, he's gonna come here and talk to me and tell me what the fuck I need to do when my daughter was a victim of this cult. What the fucking shut the fuck up. This Bhakta Braj Mohan. He doesn't even know he's in a pedophile cult. He doesn't even know he's in a pedophile cult and he's fucking spouting off. Shut the fuck up. Vaishnav Aparad Prabhu, I know. You shouldn't be talking like that. Have language. Shut up. Okay, this is the real world. This is the real fucking world. This ain't your fantasy land. This ain't your fucking fantasy land. Your fantasy land where 12-year-old girls are married to 19-year-old men, 26-year-old men. Fucking piece of shit. Child marriage, pedophile crap. Come into my fucking country, you're gonna tell me what to do, how to talk, what to say? Get out of your goddamn mind. Out of your fucking mind. Okay, so here's we're gonna follow up with this one. I'm gonna let this Braj Mohan come back. You want to say something? You got anything else to say? You piece of shit. You got something else to say about your fucking gurus?
The king for his questions and spoke to him with affection in the presence of the members of the sacrificial assembly and the Brahmin priests. Purport. According to Sridhar Swami, not only the king, but also the members of the assembly and the priests conducting the sacrifices were all devoted to hearing and chanting the glories of devotional service to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The sages, beginning with Kavi, will now each speak in turn, answering the questions of the king.
So he's reading from the same database that I use. Well, I could be a guru, couldn't I? I could be a guru. I could be just like this guy. I could be just like this guy. He sits there and reads from the database and then talks out of his ass just like I do. I could be just like him. In fact, I am just like him. Bhakti Venmo Srimakunda Swami. Hey, he can do it, I can do it. Vande Hum. Yep, that's it. This guy, me, and this guy. I mean, if he can do it, I can do it too. What the fuck does he know that I don't know? Nothing. You guys know too. All you guys know the same shit he knows. Calling ISKCON a pedo cult is not criticism. Okay, so you want to sue me? You want to prove to me that it's not prove it's not a pedo cult? I'll call it a pedo cult all I will fucking want. You want to take me to court? I'll prove it in court. I'll go to court and show you it's a pedo cult. You got pedophile gurus. Your pedophile gurus protect each other. You molest little kids. You had a lawsuit where it was shown that you've molested kids. You prove to me that you're not a pedophile. You prove to me that you're not a pedophile. Because you're in this pedophile cult, I believe that you're a pedophile. Bhakta Braj Mohan. In fact, you've probably been molesting kids yourself because you're in a pedophile cult. So you can prove to me that you're not. I say that you are. You're in the cult. You're in the pedophile cult. I say that you are. So go ahead. Go ahead. ISKCON is a pedo cult. I'll say it right now. ISKCON is a pedophile cult. I'll say it right now. ISKCON is a pedophile cult. What are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? I'll say it every day for the next, I'll say it every day for the rest of my life. And I'm going to say it right here on YouTube so you can get used to it. And if you want to take me to court, take me to court. I'll prove it in court. I got all the documentation. I got all the gurus that have been molesting kids. I got all the documentation in your fucking books. Prabhupada was 22 years old, had an 11-year-old wife. All the child marriage, all the rapes, all the women that have been married. You gonna tell me that's not a pedophile cult? You got to be out of your fucking mind. You try and do something to me. Go ahead, try and do something. Because discovery is gonna be a motherfucker. When I show you all the evidence that I have that backs up my claim that ISKCON is a pedophile cult, you ain't gonna have nothing to say, dude. You're not gonna have anything to say. I know he's got a lot of learning to do. He's got a lot of learning to do. He thinks he's gonna come in here, he's gonna talk shit to Mike. Like he's gonna come in here, he's gonna talk, I'm gonna shut you down, Mike. I'm gonna shut you down. ISKCON has publicly acknowledged past abuse cases. It's not past abuse, it's still going on. Yeah, I know you don't deny it. That's why I say you're a pedophile cult. You don't deny it. It's a pedophile cult. No, you haven't removed offenders. No, you don't remove offenders. You still got a lot of gurus in your cult that are molesting kids. You got Rameshwar in there. You got Bhavananda in there. You got a lot of them in there. So don't come in here and talk like there's no child molesting going on. There's child molesting going on. In fact, let's look right here, and I'll show you. Where is it? Let's look at this, what it says right here. Where is it? Here we go. Here we go. Oh, wait, that's not it. Let me find it here. Here it is. Okay, so coming from the ISKCON webpage, the pod ISKCON webpage, it says here that Terry Conley, also known as Tridas, and his wife, Krishna Loka Devi Dasi, run the Vaikuntha Center located in Bologna, Spain. They're disciples of Radhanath Swami, Dicky Slavin. These two extremely shady individuals claim to organize bhakti yoga classes. But actually in their center, they have previously promoted pedophile and rapist Ulrich Harlan, also known as Paramedwaiti, despite being warned several times. Even worse, as far as the pedophile Claudio Malaguti, Kalia Krishnadas, known as Bhakta Claudio, they have done something much more serious. They have kept him in their own Vaikuntha center and covered him for over 20 years. So this is the kind of pedophilia cult that Bhakta Braj Mohan is involved in. He wants to come in here and he wants to promote this cult. He wants to protect it. He wants to protect these gurus. And this is exactly why I say that this is a pedophile cult. because you have people like Bhakta Braj Mohan coming in here and saying things like with background checks and reporting systems and zero tolerance policies across temples worldwide, this is documented and ongoing abuse cases involved individual criminals, not theology and teachings. And that's not true, because I've already shown where Prabhupada teaches this pedophilia to his disciples. He teaches them to have 12-year-old wives. What? No scripture, guru instruction ever condones abuse? No, that's not true. Your movement does. Your pedo movement does. So I'm going to just, you want to keep it up? You're in a pedophile cult. ISKCON's a pedophile cult. And you're in a pedophile cult. And your Krishna cult is a bunch of bullshit, and your Prabhupada is a piece of shit, and you're a piece of shit. Now your turn. Provide evidence. ISKCON's philosophy is... Okay, I will. You want me to? Hold on. Oh, I can't believe I got to do this again, but let me see. How come it's not coming? Oh, here it is. This guy, I don't know. I should just bring up the other video. I should bring up my other video, huh? Where is it? Okay. So here we can see where Prabhupada says, if the girl has attained puberty, say 13, 14, even if the boy only 20, 21, it is all right. So he says, if the boy is only 20, 21, it is all right. I wanted to make sure I wasn't allowing them to see each other. I wanted to make sure they weren't doing anything unbona fide. Okay? Prabhupada is teaching them to marry a 21-year-old man to a 12-year-old girl. And I know it's hard for you to accept that. It's really hard for you to accept it, and I understand that. I understand it's hard for you to accept that. Prabhupada says right here, is there a minimum age for the man? No. Minimum age means generally the husband must be older than the wife, at least 5 years older. What is the most amount of years that can be different? Prabhupada, man has no maximum. Even an 80-year-old man can marry a 16-year-old girl. So that's pedophilia right there. He's telling them that an 80-year-old man can marry a 16-year-old girl. He's saying right here that pedophilia is okay. That's what's happening in this. That's what's happening in your cult. This is what's happening in your cult. So Prabhupada is teaching this stuff. Prabhupada is teaching this to you. That you want your 12-year-old girl. You want your 12-year-old wife. No problem. I'll see you next time. Thanks for stopping by. It's really good to see you. You know, you can suck my dick with your violence. I know you want to do violence. You guys are violent. You shoot people. You kill people. You beat women, you beat up people, and you want me to send you my address so you can threaten me? You want to threaten me? Is that what you want to do? Fuck you. Suck my dick, you fucking dick. Yeah, so this is a good example of how these pedophiles protect each other. They know that there's abuse in their cult. He admits it. He says, well, we've had lots of abuse in our cult, and we admit it. And there's abuse going on now, as I showed, in Spain. They have cases in Spain, cases in India, all kinds of abuse going on all over the place. And this guy knows it. And he knows that Prabhupada teaches pedophilia. He knows that Prabhupada teaches child marriage. He knows that Prabhupada was 22 when he had an 11-year-old wife. He knows that this conversation, Prabhupada is telling him that the 19-year-old man can marry a 12-year-old girl. Bhakta Braj Mohan knows all this. He doesn't care. He doesn't care that he's in a pedophile cult. And I can show him all the places where Prabhupada it says that 12-year-old girls make perfect wives. And he was 22 and he had an 11-year-old girl. Braj Mohan doesn't care. Do you agree with Prabhupada when he says that 12-year-old girls can be married to grown men? Of course he does. Of course he does. Hey, Rafael, glad to see you, man. I'm ending the show. I was going to end the show, but I got this idiot in here defending pedophiles and protecting pedophiles. And if you were sincere about ISKCON, you would take the bad with the good. It's not all pure and transcendental. A lot of fake cosplayers have bought into the disrepute even when Prabhupada was around. Yeah. If you were honest with yourself, you'd say, you know what, this is a bunch of bullshit. But Braj Mohan can't do that because he wants it to be real. He wants it to be real. He wants it to be full. He doesn't want to accept the truth. Go look it up yourself, man. Why do I have to do everything for you? What, am I your daddy now or something? Am I your daddy? You can't go look it up. If you wanted to know the truth, you'd look it up yourself. Why do I got to look it up for you? Why the fuck I got to look it up for you? Huh? Why do I got to look it up for you? Why can't you look it up? Huh? The fuck is wrong with you? There, go look that up. You'll go look that up. Just watch my other show. I go over it in my other show. Just watch the other show, you fucking dickhead. But you don't want to know. Because even when you read it, you're not going to care. You're not going to care. I'm telling you right now. You go read it, look it up on the database, and read it. And you're not going to care. You're not going to fucking care. You're going to say, well, it's Vedic. It's Vedic culture. It's the Vedic system. That's what you're going to say. Even though you just told me that Prabhupada didn't teach it. And now that I showed you where Prabhupada teach it, now you're going to say, now you're going to make up an excuse where it's like, well, no. Right? Congrats, man. I'm joining you. Fuck you. You're so deep in this cult that your previous comment was, let's see, where's your previous comment? Where's your other comment? Let's see where you actually were being honest. Let's see where it says. Now your turn. Provide evidence that ISKCON's philosophy, teachings, or current institutional policies promote or protect pedophilia. If you can't, stop spreading accusations. So I just did. So I just showed you where Prabhupada says that a 19-year-old man and a 12-year-old girl is good. and that's the Vedic system. So now are you going to say that I'm still spreading false accusations? Because they're not false. I'm actually spreading the truth. So now what is your reply to that? Are you going to say, well, it's okay? What's your answer now? I don't understand. What's your answer now? What's your answer now? You said provide the evidence where Prabhupada is teaching this, or stop broadcasting false accusations. So now I showed you where it's not a false accusation. I showed you where Prabhupada is teaching this. So what is your response now? What is your response now? I guess your politeness is gone once people start proving that your cult is trash. Where's your response now that I showed you? It looks like Mike hit a nerve. Where's your reply now? How many swamis were excommunicated recently or had sexual relationships with female disciples? Be honest, truth will set us free. There's too many to count. There's too many to count. So Braj, what happened, man? I thought you wanted me, you said show me, and I showed you. So now what's your answer to that? What is your answer to that? Where's your answer? I brought the receipt. You said show me the receipts. And I showed you the receipts. Now what happened? What happened to the false accusations? What happened to the don't call us a pedophile cult? What happened to defamatory accusations and all of that bullshit? What happened? It kind of fell apart, didn't it? Kind of falls apart when you see what Prabhupada really says. It kind of falls apart when you know the truth. What happened? What happened? Prabhu. Prabhu, what happened? What happened? You said, show me. You said, show me where he says these things. And I showed you. I showed you. What happened? Yeah, I know. Wait until he finds out that Prabhupada was snorting snuff. When he finds out Prabhupada was snorting snuff, he's gonna shit. He's gonna shit. Uh-oh, now you're gonna break his brain. Do you know the story of the current co-director of the upcoming POVP in Mayapur, Mr. Charles Bacchus Bhavananda? Anything you would like to elaborate on this, man? I know. Can you tell us a little bit about Mr. Bhavananda? I have provided the links. Now call me Guru Dave Maharaj as well. I know. I know. I just gave him a class he wished he didn't have. I'm Bhakti Venmo Sri Makunda Swami. That's why they call me Bhakti Venmo. That's why I'm Bhakti Venmo. Silence on steroids. So I got real quiet. He didn't realize that Prabhupada was a pedophile and that he's in a pedophile cult. Now he's freaking out. He's like, I'm in a pedophile cult. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. It's funny. It's funny, man. Prabhupada fraud, snuffing tobacco all night long. Yeah, Prabhupada snorting snuff, teaching his disciples to have, 12-year-old wives. All this stuff. All this stuff. And they don't know. They don't know this stuff. We know it, and they don't know it. This guy doesn't know it. You got that right, man. I earned that name tonight. Bhavananda is a Maha story as far as being a devotee goes. I know. And this guy wants to come in here and try and talk shit to me. This is Bhakta Braj Mohan want to come in here and talk shit to me. He can't say nothing. He's probably looking it up right now. He's probably reading the database right now going, oh my God, I didn't know he did all this. Wow, I can have a 12-year-old wife? Oh, wow, I'm going to have to ask the temple president if I can have a 12-year-old wife. That's probably what he's thinking now. He's thinking, I want to have a 12-year-old wife. Well, listen, everybody, this has been a lot of fun because I think we may have gotten to somebody. I think we may have gotten to Bhakta Braj Mohan. I know, Chingy Chings. He's probably having a nervous breakdown right now. He's probably having a nervous breakdown right now. We just sent him over the edge. Hey, Braj, are you okay? I mean, we may have saved him. I don't know. We may have saved him. He may be going by his real name now. I don't know. He might be going by his real name. I don't know. I hope so, man. He needed to hear the truth, though. He needed to hear the truth. He didn't know. He didn't know he's in a pedophile cult. He didn't know he was in a pedophile cult, and he came in here and he found out he's in a pedophile cult. Oh, this is Bhakta Braj still in the chat. We're all missing his associate. He ran out of here. He ran out of here so fast. He ran out of here. Yeah. Hey, Monkey Boy, thanks for coming in. Everybody, thank you, everybody. I know. He got the mercy. He came in here and got some mercy, some of Mike's mercy. That's what he got. So, hey, listen, everybody, I want to thank everybody for joining in today. It was a really good show. It was a lot of fun. We got someone. We finally got one, man. Hopefully we can get him to, get out of this cult, come to his senses, wake up. I think he might be waking up. He wanted the receipts, and we gave him the receipts. So we'll have to see what happens on that one. But I want to thank everybody for joining in today. It was really good, really good. A lot of fun today. Jai Ganapati, thanks for being here. Eliana, thanks. Fake Human, Monkey Boy, Weird Planet, thanks for coming in. Fake Human, Rafael, thanks for coming in, Rafael, with the videos, man. Thanks for sending all the videos in. We had Paz, thanks Paz, for joining in today. Bhakta Braj Mohan, man. I hope you get your shit together. You get your shit together, man. And if I missed anybody, glad I came for a few minutes. Yeah, I'm glad you came in, man. Really, it's always good to see you, man. It's always good to see you. And Paz, great to see you, Paz. And everybody, have a great day, great night, great morning, great afternoon, great evening. Everybody, please have some great luck. Please stay out of a cult. Please like, share, and subscribe, man. I really need those. I really need that. Get over that hump. Like, share, and subscribe. Braj Mohan, I hope you come to your senses, man. I hope you come to your senses. And Weird Planet, thanks, everybody. And for those of you, and Braj, hey, you want to know if I was initiated? Here you go. Here's me when I was a Hare Krishna long time ago. Thanks, everybody.